we start the recording. Over to you, Crystal.
Thank you so much, Eva and Wendy. Very inspiring speech, I would say, or your opening from Eva, that we have two iconic towers. However, for me, there's still that one iconic tower, what I call the Twin Towers for Malaysia, which is the KLCC Twin Towers. So welcome to Venus Toastmasters Club. Like Eva mentioned, we're all female Toastmasters, though we have guests to acknowledge Matthew as our GE today. And we have Jack as well as our role player for our cantor today. As well as we have guests. We have Kate all the way from Russia. You know, summer 17 degrees. Wow. Our here summer is 35 degrees all year round. We only have hot and hotter weather in Malaysia. And welcome Anna, Sherry, and Maggie as well. So, and all our fellow members. Welcome to our Venus Toastmasters Club Merdeka Spirit. Dare to speak, dare to lead. I would also acknowledge that we have Singapore as well celebrating their National Day. We've read no Thailand, you're in Thailand, but I know Indonesia, you're also celebrating National Day as well for Indonesia. So the few countries that we all of us actually celebrating our National Day this year. Sorry, this month in August and September. So in that context, you know, when we say dare to speak, dare to lead, first thing we should all do is our communication skills, and where better, where we can harness and fine-tune our communication skill than in Toastmasters. So if you want to lead, you need to communicate, you need to speak, whether it's speeches like this in the soft touch, or we call it the water cooler. By the water cooler you have this one. So those are touches, I would say, that where you can inspire people, where you can touch people's heart. And also the next step is to lead. I believe when, you know, when we all started, even for me, this journey in Toastmasters, somebody inspired me. I'm not sure, is June here? June say, don't care whatever it is, just say yes first, then we do it later. So it all started with that. And of course, as we go into this term, I was nominated as the president, and again I was told, just say yes first, dare to say yes, and then in that case dare to lead. It might not be perfect, but along the way we will find our way. And all this, when we talk about spirit of patriotism and all, you know, once said that, you know, don't ask what the country can do for me, what we can do for the country. It same goes in every day. You know, in context, you don't ask what my family can do for me, what I can do for family, because it comes in a circle, whether it's company, whether it's for your relationships, whether it's for the country as a whole. If we act in the service mentality, a servanthood, and the stewardship, I believe we would definitely make an impact for all around us. So as we celebrate today, our dare to lead, dare to speak, we will use how we can actually, you know, serve each other better, then we can all improve in that context. All right, over to you, Eva. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Crystal Chin, for sharing such an inspired speech. I really like the way you explain, don't forget about KLCC. I agree with you. Yeah, I tend to be excited about Merdeka 118 and TRX right now. So we have to look back on what we have achieved in the past as well, which is quite true. And I need Wendy's to project the Toastmaster International so that I can introduce what is Toastmaster International to everyone, especially the guests that join us today. So for those who just joined us today, I would like to actually share with you Toastmaster history. Toastmaster was actually founded by Dr. Ralph Smedley in 1928. So he started this club aims to actually help people to practice, especially the art of speaking. We need to present during our meeting. We need to improve our social skill. And as important is that we need to build social skill with other people. As thanks to Dr. Ralph, we have Toastmaster today. And fast forward to today, Toastmaster Club has at least close to 100 years and is one of the oldest organizations in the world. And we have 280,000 members spread across 144 countries with more than 14,000 clubs over the world. So Venus is one of it. Next, our club mission, Venus Toastmaster, is to support a supportive and positive learning experience in which member empowers to develop communications and leadership skill, in resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Take examples, I joined them last year, and now I feel more confidence when I talk in front of cameras and in front of the people. Thank you. Wendy, next. Venus Toastmaster Club is Region 13, District 51, Division J, Area 4, chartered since 21st of June 2021. So it's an all-ladies club in District 51. We are here to empower and support women to improve their communications and leadership skill. So we are proudly achieved President Distinguished Club, 100% pathway adoptions, and also Triple Crown Achiever. Next. So how does this work? So Toastmaster Club meetings, like today, will start with prepared speech, followed by impromptu speech, which is our table topics, and last will be the evaluations. Next. So let's introduce the role player. And now I would like to invite our GE of today, our General Evaluator, Matthew Chong from Berjaya Toastmaster. Over to you,
Thank
Matthew.
you so sorry. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Eva. So, greetings, my fellow Toastmasters, especially the ladies. Thank you for having me here. So, the purpose of the General Evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. So thank you. Now, please allow me to introduce my fellow technical role players. And first, I would like to invite our timer, Crystal Chin, to introduce her role as a timer in the meeting.
Thank you, Matthew. Okay, as a timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red card, which denotes specific timing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change my background to, the green background, the yellow, and the red. And when it's time's up, you will see a button time's up at the back of my screen. Okay. For table topics, at 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. As for speeches today, at 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. At the end, they will have 30 seconds before they sum up and it's time's up. Over back to you, G.
All right, thank you so much, President of Venus Toastmaster Club. Now I would like to invite the R counter, Toastmaster Jack, to please kindly introduce your role as the R counter. Over to you.
Hi, thanks, GE, for the passing of the buck. First of all, I would like to thank Eva for inviting me, and it's a pleasure. Seems like I'm the odd one out along with Matthew, but great to be here. Okay, so good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler, sorry, by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, and over back to you, GE.
Thank you so much for the detailed explanation of your role, Toastmaster Jack. Now, I would like to invite our English teacher, the grammarian, Toastmaster Michelle, to introduce her role as the grammarian. Over to you.
Thank you, Matthew. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language use. I will take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day, where it's actually at the background, which is called fortitude. What does fortitude means? It means courage and strength when facing difficulties. So an example of using this word will be, despite losing the election, she showed fortitude and continued to work for the good of the people. So each speaker tonight is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I will give my grammarian report when I was called upon during the meeting, and also the report on the usage of the word of the day by you all. Thank you. Over to you, GE, sorry.
It's okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Michelle, for showing fortitude in your introduction of your grammarian role. Now it is my pleasure to now pass stage over to our very enthusiastic and our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Eva, that has shown fortitude to lead the prepared speech session. Over to you.
Thank you, GE Elevator, General Elevator Matthew Chong. And thanks for everyone who are taking up the technical role that remind us that we need fortitude in our life. As we embrace the Merdeka spirit tonight, let us speak and lead with fortitude, just as our national leaders once did. That's how I feel today. Our first speaker is Evan. Her speech title is Leading Toastmaster Club. Wow. And her elevators is Huiyin. Now I would like to invite Huiyin to read out the speech purpose. Over to you, Huiyin.
Thank you, Eva. The purpose of Evan's project is for the member to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of the first speech is for the member to introduce their plan and vision. Yun Yiwen, leading Toastmaster Club. Leading Toastmaster Club, Yun Yiwen.
Thank you, my evaluator, Hui Yin. Thank you, Madam Mr. GE and QE. For the benefits of all members, my speech today is based on my experience before I was being the president of Toastmasters Club, because this project is attempting the first speech of high-level performance leadership. So you will see me speaking as if it was early July 2024. So let me begin my speech. When you talk about leadership, I was afraid, honestly. No one would like to be the first one to lead a club without any experience or any proper experience in the corporate leading a whole team. But then I realized leadership is one of the very important skills that I need to foster. And based on my knowledge of the 5 pinnacles of leadership, I realized my leadership level is still at the level 3. I would want to move up to level 3, being up the productive leadership. And how can I do that? I need a place to practice. So when someone volunteered me as the president of Winners Toastmasters Club, of course, at the beginning, I felt afraid. But I realized if I cannot lead a whole team, 6 wonderful, committed, and responsible women together by bringing Winners Toastmasters Club total 22 members, I cannot go anywhere if I am not successful in this platform. So I took up the challenge to become the president of Winners Toastmasters Club. And here are my plans. I believe together with a team of strong and positive, responsible women all together, we are able to achieve great things. So as the president of Winners Toastmasters Club, I have 10 KPIs to achieve. So let me share my screen. You must be wondering, how does an NGO need to have KPI as well? So all Toastmasters Club, we have total of 10 KPIs that we need to achieve in order to bring and maintain the high bar, the high standard of early president distinguished level. Of course, at the beginning of the club, I need to make sure that we have to find a good organizing chair for our competition. These are the very important things that we need to make sure that all of our yearly activities, timeline, and planning are achieved. And I need to have a vision. What makes us so special compared to other Toastmasters Club out there? After talking to so many people, I realized the only thing that makes the only and perhaps the most special things that make Winners Toastmasters Club different from other people is we are a club from women. So based on the member interest surveys, I would also need to lay out certain value-added plans so that the women feel belong and they feel proud of all the activities that we can bring on as the club members, as the club officers, to add values to all of our members. So first of all, let's go through to the points one by one. Here are the 10 KPIs that as the president need to achieve together with my 6 club officers. So of course, based on my past experience, I know that administration goal number 10 will be easily achieved with my secretary. I have to quickly identify who are the persons who are responsible to this, and I put them all in my yearly plan. This is my yearly plan that I need to make sure timestamp together with my club officers member that all this plan will be executed properly. Administration plan is down. Training, of course, we were all down with COT1 and COT2. Now, the problem is education and membership. How can myself, together with my Vice President of Education, Mei Hong, be able to achieve goal 1 to 6 all together? Of course, together we have to lay out all of the plans and identify members who will be achieving level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Members who have achieved level 1 in the past year will automatically move on along the pipeline to level 2, level 3, and level 4. So from this, we have identified several members and put them into our club success plan. For example, Pepe, Michelle, we have to identify members that are very motivated and put them under the pipeline who will be achieving level 2, 3, and 4 for us. Of course, in order to motivate them, we need to make sure that they are encouraged and happy to achieve with the Triple Crown achievers, making sure that they get the recognition they deserve, and at the same time help us to achieve the KPI and also the points that we need at the end of March 2025. So by having a clear projected timeline and understanding the time that we have and also slotting them one by one, have to leverage on the 9 months that we have to slot them time and identify putting them into level 1, 2, 3, and 5. And based on my experience as a vice president of education, I think education point 1 to 6 should be in the good point. The only issue is membership. Now, together with vice president of membership, we have great teams and we have great vision. We want to leverage on the social media, whereby we want to do Xiaohongshu. We also want to leverage more on the LinkedIn platform, Facebook, as well as any Instagram platform to do advertisement. So here is the plan, whereby high targets will land us. We have to have high achievements, high visions, and high plans. And we want to leverage on all of the social media that we have, having YouTube, Instagram, and Xiaohongshu. And I'm not working alone. I'm working together with my vice president of membership, Alicia. So we also think about pitching to corporates. We want to make sure that we can pitch more to esteemed employees who are women and interested to join us. And we also want to focus on the retention. So here are some of the plans that, for example, follow up on the previous guest, having more social media recognition and having stronger mentorship so that all of the women who are new joiners, they get more values from joining Toastmasters Club. Of course, we have also listed the list of awards and recognition by term end so that everyone would get the recognition that they deserve. So here are the plans that I think will make us all successful in terms of achieving 10 points from the education, from membership, from the administration, and also training. And together with 6 members, I believe that by the end of March 2025, I would be able to bring Winners Toastmasters Club another higher standard and not only achieving early president distinguished club, also having a lot of members and at the same time bringing more values to the club members. Thank you, and back to you, Madam COE.
Thank you, Evan. What I'm understanding from what have been done by Evan in the past, right? Her leadership is very strong, especially being a productive leadership. She took up the challenge to be our president in last term. Just now she shared about the KPI, the 10 KPIs that she's done. To be honest, last year when I joined the club, I'm not sure you remember, I did actually say, I'm sorry. I'm a bit nervous that time and shy and thought that I did something wrong. And Eva texted me that night and asked me, Eva, this is not a corporate. Can you not just thinking about the mistake that we've done? How about think about what you can do more together with winners? And I signed up my Toastmaster that month. Thanks, Ewan, because I truly feel that the ladies here lead with fortitude, which I feel safe to be in Toastmaster. Next, let us invite our second speaker, Wendy. Her speech title is Autism, Explain Like I'm 5. So her evaluator is Michelle. I would like to invite Michelle to read out the speech purpose. Over to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah, give me a minute. Okay, the purpose of the speech tonight will be for Wendy it's for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech.
Michelle need to read out the title and then give the speech to Wendy.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the agenda. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the
Her
speech
title.
title is Autism Explained Like I Am 5. Wendy Tan, explain like I am 5. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle and Eva. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'll start my speech now. Imagine a world where the way you perceive things is completely different from everyone around you. A world where sounds, lights, and even simple social interactions can feel overwhelming. This is the reality for many people with autism. But what is autism? Pretend like you're in a stage play. You know what the play is, you know what the plot is, and you know what the character is. However, everyone else has a script, but you don't. That's a simple way to define autism. Some people on the spectrum are good enough actors that they can make it work anyway, to a point where you might not suspect they're on the spectrum until you've been around it a lot and see one of their quirks come to the surface. Others, however, simply can't act at all and needs lots of prompting and assistance to make it through their part. Having autism means that your brain is put together differently. Your brain still works perfectly well. It just does things different from other people's brain. Imagine autism like a special pair of glasses that people wear. These glasses help them see the world in their own unique way. Some people have glasses that make things look a little bit blurry, while some help them see things clearer. Now, there are 3 levels of autism, which can be explained in an analogy like 3 different pairs of glasses. The first level is the easiest pair. When you wear these glasses, it lets you see and understand things pretty well. A little help with things like talking to people or figuring out some rules, but you can still do a lot of things by yourself. Now, imagine you're at a party and you're playing a game with your friends. You might not know what to say, but you can still join in and have fun. If someone talks to you, you can answer and talk back, even if it's a little tricky sometimes. You can play games on your own and ask for help when you need it, but mostly you feel okay and you understand what's going on around you. For the second level, it's like a little bit trickier glasses. When you wear it, you have a harder time understanding certain things, and you need more help with talking and socializing. You might get nervous or upset in new situations, but can still do a lot of things with support. referring to the same party. Imagine you're at that same party, but this time you're wearing level 2 glasses. You want to play, but you're not sure how to start. You might feel a little bit nervous because there are a lot of people and you don't know how to join in the conversation. You need some help from a friend to show you what to do or to help you talk to others. Sometimes if something changes or doesn't go the way you expected, you might get upset, but after a little time, you feel better and keep playing. Now, for the third level, this is the hardest pair of glasses. These glasses makes things really tricky. You might have trouble talking, understanding how others feel, or dealing with changes in your routine. And you might need lots of help to do everyday things. Imagine you're at the same party again, but this time you're wearing level 3 glasses. At this party, everything feels overwhelming. You don't know how to talk to anyone. You might get really upset when something changes, like if everyone starts dancing or suddenly your game stops. You might need someone to stay close to you to help you feel safe, tell you what to do next, and make sure you're okay. You might need breaks too to chill calmly. Nevertheless, autism in females can present differently in males. Tony Atwood, the founder of the first diagnostic and treatment clinic for children and adults with Asperger's syndrome, said girls slip through the diagnostic net because they are so good at camouflaging or masking their symptoms. While boys tend to externalize their problems, while girls learn that if they are good, their differences will not be noticed. He also said boys go into attack mode when frustrated, while girls suffer in silence and become passive aggressive. Girls learn to appease and apologize. They learn to observe people from a distance and imitate. And it is only after you look closely and ask the right questions you can see that their reactions are a little script. Now, why do I mention Asperger's syndrome when the topic is about autism? The autism spectrum disorder covers a broad category, and one of them is the Asperger's syndrome. Remember that autism is a spectrum and it manifests differently in each individual. There isn't a single uniform way autism presents, and no two autistic individuals are exactly alike. That is all for my speech. Thank you. Over to you, Eva.
Thank you, Wendy. This topic actually is very interesting and heavy. Thank you for sharing about autism, especially when you mentioned someone who wear different glasses. You helped me to understand how I should think about autism in the future. Instead of viewing as different from us, maybe we should think how does autism mind works? Because from your sharing, I can see the world. I can imagine autism see the world differently, and they contribute a different view to us, which can actually quite helpful. Honestly, our world need all kinds of mind. So we are same, no difference. That's how I feel. Thank you, Andy. Our last speaker, Pepe. Her speech title is when life give you chance or find the lesson. I would like to invite Xiao Zhen to read out the speech purpose. Over to you, Xiao Zhen.
Thank you, TOE, Eva. First of all, sorry for the flickering of my screen. Okay. Tonight, Pei will be completing her level 3 project focused on the positive. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice being aware of their thoughts and feelings, as well as the impact of their responses on others. The purpose of her speech is for the member to share their experience completing the project. Pei's speech title is When Life Gives You Chaos, Find the Lesson. Call Pei. When life gives you chaos, find the lesson.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. For the past 2 weeks, my life has felt like a roller coaster. I was so busy, both at home and at work. Now let me ask all of you a question. How many of you feels that 24 hours is just not enough for a day? Can I have a show of hands? Okay, I can see some hands. And I can totally relate that. As a working mom of 2 young children, my days are always packed. My morning routine is like running the Formula One pit stop, getting the kids ready for to school, making sure nobody left their water bottle behind, rush them to school and off to work. And my evening routine, again, it's like the same cycle. Now I need to rush off from work, pick them up from school, taking them to dinner, bedtime stories. And sometimes when the house is finally quiet, I will open my laptop and then start my second shift. Sometimes in the middle of all these chaos, I will start thinking, if only I am still living the life before kids, how nice that would be. I could I could go and play pickleball every night with my friends, go dinner with my friends, enjoying Netflix without feeling guilty. Sounds very nice, right? But then the reality hits. If only I have so much of time, I think I'll probably just fall asleep by the bed at 9 o'clock anyway. So I reflected deeper. I realized that the thought is actually coming from frustration about losing freedom. And yes, it did feel a little bit selfish, right? But deep inside my heart, actually, I really love my kids. I love and watching them grow, and realized that what I was really craving, it's not the life without them, but simply just some me time. So that's when this awareness changed me. So instead of feeling resentful, I started to plan on small activities. It could be as simple as enjoying a coffee break, going grocery on my own, or even sometimes swapping the childcare duties with my husband, so that each of us can get a break. And that's when I learned an important lesson, which is you can't pour a drink from an empty cup. So to love others fully, we must also love ourselves. When we take care on our own well-being, that's where we will naturally pass on more loves and positivities to people around us, especially our children. And now let me switch my gear and talk a little bit about my work. You may not aware that I actually changed my job like 2 months ago. And right now I'm actually in the sponge stage. I'm trying to absorb as much as I can. And I thought I was doing okay. until a recent tender submission which nearly broke me down. So what happened was one of my tasks was to collect the application forms from all the participating business partner, and subsequently I need to consolidate all these forms and send it over to the principal. So being the diligent person, I even created a tracker to track on the status, double check, and I thought I had everything under control. But when the submissions happened, the principal wasn't satisfied because they couldn't trace everything properly. So this is what they told me. You are supposed to is our job. You are supposed to make sure all the business partner put on the right title, blah, 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 blah. That moment, it just felt like all my efforts were being wasted. And I cried. I even questioned myself, am I really suitable for this role? Have any one of you felt it that way when your best effort still doesn't seem to be enough? Yeah? Yes. Then you will know exactly how that crushing feelings feels. But thankfully, I didn't stay at the negative mode for long. I reminded myself, just like sometimes I will remind my kids as well, that crying doesn't fix any issues. Instead, I should take it as a feedback and improvement point so that I can do it better next time. And that's when I remember the reason why I want to join Toastmasters. Because growth comes only when we are willing to step out from our comfort zone and to learn and to keep going with fortitude. So both of these stories that I experienced recently at work, at home and at work makes me realize one thing. Negativity will never solve the problem, but positivity will give us energy, perspective, and hope to keep us going. To those who may feel challenges in your life right now, I would encourage you to see it as a test, but not a punishment. View it as a test to help you to grow. And I'm sure one day when you look back and think back, you'll be thankful to yourself because you choose to focus on the growth and positivity. Lastly, just remember, when life gives you chaos, find the reason and overcome it. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Pepe. Agree with you, Pepe. We love our kids. And we are craving for something else. We just need a bit of my me time, which is correct. And that's the reason why I enjoy Toastmaster. It's my me time, yeah, which helped me with my English, with my communication skill. For example, tonight, I think I make a lot of pronunciations error as I learn the way and I want to improve. And thanks, Pepe, for being a vulnerable person, as she showed the fortitudes by racing each day to carry both families and career forwards, no matter how heavy is the load. Let's be happy and level up. Next one will be, moving on, our most exciting sessions of tonight, which is our table topic session. So without further ado, let us pass the floor to our Toastmaster, topic master, Resan. The floor is yours, Resan.
Thank you, Eva. Sorry guys that today I'm not going to use my laptop because my motherboard's burned. So I have issue with my laptop and now I'm down in with my pad. I try my best to make the session interesting without using the slide, but I believe this is how Toastmaster we adapt the environment and also we learn active listening. So I will try my best to deliver the session tonight. And for the benefit of guests, table topic is a session where we do the impromptu speech. I will throw as a topic master. I will ask you a question. Just think on your feet immediately. What is your answer about it? And then it's within 1 to 2 minutes. Don't worry about that. Timer, just be alert that 1 minute timer will going to show green. 1.5 minute timer will show yellow, and 2 minutes will show red. After red, you still have 30 seconds to wrap up. And don't forget that today our word of the day, fortitude. You are encouraged to use the word of the day, fortitude, in the question that we have asked. So I would like to invite from the floor anyone who would like to be the volunteer to demonstrate the first table topic questions. Anyone, maybe from
Sorry,
Toastmaster?
we have a lot of guests tonight. So we have Anna from Vietnam who joins us tonight. So
Yeah,
please.
but I cannot see the screen now, so I will need a shout from the first volunteer. So any
Okay.
volunteer?
Anna, would you like to volunteer?
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Thank you, Anna. So Anna, I have 7 questions, 1 to 7. Pick a number that in your favorite.
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay. Anna, the question is, if independence can speak to you today, what message would you think your independence give you? What message would your independence give you?
Thank you, Resen, for the question. That independence to speak to me. In my opinion, I think independence is really important. I live in Vietnam, and Vietnam just has freedom only 50 years till now. And we suffered the war with a lot of pain and a lot of dependence in other countries, and dependence is the I think the highest benefit for a person or for a country, because with the freedom and depend. Sorry, Resen. You asked me about the dependence or independence.
Independence.
Yeah. So independence is the highest benefit of a person or a country, and with the independence we can live. We can live in the freedom, and we can have the right to choose. And for my individual, I think independence also create the opportunities for us to explore the new opportunities, the new chance, and develop in the develop our and grow. So with independence country, I think we can know about the globalization, that we can exchange the product, we can exchange the service ideas, yeah, and we can have the chance to import or export, and it's also have to develop the growth, the economics, and also have the chance to develop the technology. In summary, independence is the highest benefit for one person and for a country, and it create the chance for all the people in the country can learn others countries, and we have chance to grow economics as well as the technology. Thank you. Back to you, Risen.
Sorry, my screen's not so sensitive, so it's kind of mute. But thank you, Anna, for sharing your message. I think independence, yes, it brings different meanings to different people. And when we talk about independence, it's also giving us the freedom. So well done on that. Can I have our second volunteer for our second questions? Any volunteer from the floor? If no, I will be volunteering you. Or any guess?
Cherry? Risen, Cherry, do you want to try, Cherry?
I believe I saw Kate raising her hand, I believe.
Oh, Kate. Okay.
Okay, Kate. Welcome, Kate. So, Kate, my question out of number 1 to from number 1 to number 7, except number 6, pick a number.
Maybe 5.
5.
Maybe it's 5.
So, Kate, my question to you. What does the best food that best represent the spirit of Merdeka, or we say independent? What does the best food represent the spirit of independence to you, and what we can learn from it?
Thank you, Alison, for the question. First, for me, independence at the first place is a variety of possibilities. If we have positive mindset, if we have this fortitude in our character, then we can see all those possibilities. For example, most of my life I spent in my small hometown, and I have never dreamt of moving somewhere else. And by accident, with let's say some misfortune, I realized that I just want to go travel for some long period of time, or maybe move somewhere. And my friend offered me a place to stay in big city, St. Petersburg here. And that's how I moved there. And I was really impressed and amazed that I never trusted in myself. I have always been thinking that I'm a really humble person with like low skills. And I was thinking that all those people in that big city, they are much better than me. And when I moved and I started working, and in 2 years, I realized that they are actually, my coworkers are kind of became jealous of me because I tried so hard. They've been thinking that I like want too much in life. So there is no reason to be too humble. There is always a reason and a way to dream about better life and better things, and like dream bigger. And stay positive always. Something will come up and your life will be better when you dream. That's my vision. Thank you. Back to you, Reason.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you, Kate, for sharing your opinion. Yes, I think when it talk about the possibility, and also you share about that's not to be too humble. In Chinese, we have the podium that we always tends to be humbles, we try to be polite and humbles, but when you are over humble, narrowing yourself, it seems like you're put yourself in the situations that not so confident. So well done, a good message from Kate tonight. Next, can I have our third volunteer for the third questions? Any volunteer? Can I invite maybe Maggie? Would you like to try?
Can
Maggie?
also.
Yeah, hi Maggie.
Hi.
Yeah. So Maggie, what is your lucky number from 1 to 7, except for 5 and 6? Sorry.
7.
1, 7. 7 is a lucky number.
Hope.
Okay, Maggie, your questions. Share us a moment where you feel you are so proud to be Malaysian. Share us a moment where you feel you are so proud to be Malaysian.
Proud of Malaysian. If proud of Malaysian, I think it's a language problem. And as a Malaysia, you can know about the Chinese, Malay, and English, but maybe it's a bit stronger or like not too stronger also, but at least you know how to speak or maybe understand. So that is, I will feel like a bit proud as I'm a Malaysian person, as a Chinese, so I can yep, that's will be a proud of the point only lah. That's all. And back to reason.
Yes, thank you, Maggie. Yes, well said. As a Malaysian, we're also proud that we have multi-language that we can speak fluently. I wouldn't say very proficiency because sometimes we mix the language that we say bahasa rojak, which means the mixture of language in the whole sentence, but always Toastmaster is the platform where we practice the English. So we try to improve our bahasa rojak to be fluency in speaking English as well, same as well as as me today. So thank you for that. Yes, I'm proud to be Malaysian as well because I can speak in multi-language. Maggie, okay. Timer, do we still have time for next question? Crystal? Are we still in time or we are running out of time?
We can go for one more.
Okay, good. Come, the last question. Anyone would like to try?
Can I try this time, please?
Retno, is it?
Yes.
Okay, sure, Retno. Retno, can I select one question to you? And
Yes,
without
please.
you.
Sure.
Okay. Retno, if you were design a Merdeka Day or Independence Day in your country, the parade float, what message will you bring in that parade? If you were to design a Independence Day parade float, what message that you will bring in that parade?
Are you talking about parade?
Yeah, the Independence Day parade. Yeah, that usually there will be a
okay, the message that
there
I would
usually
give.
be a theme.
Yeah.
There usually will be a theme. So
Oh yes,
design
yes,
a
yes.
theme for the parade.
Oh, definitely. I love it. I love it. When we were small, we were encouraged to have a parade, and we had in Indonesia, we are so obsessed with parade. So we had and everybody in my, for example, in my village, we have different theme, so everybody could choose. So the parade, if I had to organize a parade, I think I would choose peace. So during the parade, because it's independence in Indonesia, independence means fighting with our at that time colonialism, the Dutch and the Japanese. So they always had, the army costume and the weapons and all the scary thing. But if I have to organize a parade, no, is all about beautiful thing, about how you feel when you become independent, how you are free. Nobody tell you what to do if you don't want to do things. So they have to create something beautiful about flowers, about the color of the word, no war. So I would ban anything that show aggression. Everybody have to look beautiful. Probably they can dress up as movie stars or dress up as the bees or dress up as whatever, something beautiful. And so when they have the parade, we have music. I love dancing. It has to be accompanied by dancing music. It can be samba or zumba, all the fun thing. Thank you. Back to you, Risan.
Thank you, Randall. I purposely don't let you choose the question because I feel this question is best fit to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the participants. I will now hand over the session back to Eva. Eva, back to you.
Thank you, Resan, for showing us the fortitude's behavior despite your laptop crash. It is a really Merdeka spirit because you lead the table topic marvelously. And thanks, Anna, Kate, Maggie, and also No. Understand that impromptu speech is always challenging and you all did it very well. Okay, now can we take a 5-minute bio break? Then we come back at 9:15. Then we shall continue with the evaluation session.
Can we start earlier? Can we start at 9:12? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Is it okay?
Okay.
So now it's 9:10. Everybody be back by 9:12.
Okay, President.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I will stand by now.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Camille.
Hey, this is Camille.
Hi.
Hi.
Maggie, well tried.
Thanks.
First time?
Yeah, first time.
Well done. I remember my first time, my heart pounding. I don't know how you did it.
Like also my wanted to speak but no idea the words. I hang already.
It's normal, Maggie.
and some more recent after my end up, then she totally wanted to speak about my words. All is come out already. Like Roger, whatever thing.
That's where I would say impromptu speech comes in.
Yeah, you practice it, you will learn it, trigger your ideas in your mind, how to respond fast. It took me 2 years to practice all these skills.
Oh, okay.
And I recently also learned a tricks about the table topic, which is you can share your past experience, present experience, and also the future experience. So when you have a question thrown to you, immediately you think what's the past happened to you, what's the present, and also what's the future. It will help me to structure my speech better.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few techniques that you can apply. Past, present, and future is one of it. And another one, you can talk about the cause and the effect. So what is the cause? Then what is the effect? It
Okay.
brings the So it has different method to share about the impromptu, but all this need to practice. Because when the words come into our minds, it actually in other language, especially we are not native English speakers. So when it comes to the Mandarin word, you need to translate in your mind. Then it took up a while, right? I fully understand how you feel.
That's true.
Hi, Nicole.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. I have the same thing in Chinese as well. I have to translate everything in English and then flip it over in Chinese.
So that's why June recommend this. So I will say I want to try the English version. can improve my English as well. And
Yeah,
also
yes.
I need
Yes.
the like English
Yeah,
things
platform to
to improve
practice.
lah.
Correct. When everybody is speaking English, we learn together. Like I
Yeah.
do a lot of mistake today also when I talk more, but I
Yeah.
take the courage to speak up, even though sometimes I may pronounce it wrongly. Then immediately, and that next time when I see this word, I know how to pronounce it. Yeah. Okay, shall we start?
Yes, Madam TOE.
Okay, welcome back everyone. So in Toastmaster, we learn everything by doing, and each speak and also table topics are evaluated and give given feedback later. Right now, we would like to welcome our general evaluator, Matthew Chong, to share his feedback, and also he invite the evaluators and his technical teams to present their finding. Over to you, Matthew.
All right, I will proceed with the evaluation for the prepared speech speakers first, right? Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, just to double confirm. Okay, thank you. So thank you everyone. Welcome back. So now we'll be heading into the evaluation session, which is where our speakers will be receiving constructive feedback in a very constructive manner and also in good faith. So evaluation is a very important session where you get to hear a lot of different perspectives, suggestions to improve yourselves, and also this is what makes Toastmasters very different from other public speaking clubs because it is very hard to improve without receiving feedback. So without further ado, I would like to invite Toastmaster Oi Hui Yin to deliver her evaluation for Toastmaster Yoon Yiben. Over to you.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. Just now, Evan delivered her leadership plan in the past. As far as I know her, she is a very capable leader who lead us to achieve Distinguished President Awards last year. And what I know about her is she highly recommends task dedication in the leadership. Talking about the presentation just now, there are two parts I like in her speech. The first one is she showed a good use of visual aids. She used the slides to show her plan in detail. And the information and plan are very clear to us. The other strength that she showed just now is she can strategically make good use of pause and her pace is perfect. Me as an audience, I can absorb the message delivered by her easily. To further enhance her speech, I have a few suggestions for her. The first one is, what is the value you want to add in the speech? I would like to ask Ewan, do you have any piece of advice or recommendation that you want to give to your successor? What you haven't been accomplished last year and would like the current EXCO team to help you to achieve in this term? The other suggestion I will give to Ewan is in her speech, I noticed that she smiles a lot. If I want to slightly improve that part, it would be to show different facial expression. For example, when she said she is afraid, she can show this kind of facial expression, make some frown, and then later smile when she is happy. So these are the two suggestions I would give to Yuan. All in all, she is good in using the visual aids, pause, and her pace is good. And the suggestion is to add more values to her speech and to enrich the facial expression. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Huyin, for your detailed evaluation. So thank you so much for starting off with commending and congratulating the speaker on what she really achieved in her speech. And also thank you for pointing out that, how emotions might actually help to connect with the audience more. Because sometimes simple facial expressions and body language just helps the audience to connect a bit further, as we can imagine what the person is going through. So thank you so much for that. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Toastmaster Michelle to provide her evaluation for Toastmaster Wendy. Over to you.
You. Wendy's speech is about autism explained like I am 5. What I like about your speech is you actually have defined what autism is all about, and there isn't a script to talk about autism, and you have defined it by different level in terms of 3 levels, and different level have different meaning, and also it gives by a glance of the glass that you look at. It was the way you make it very relatable on how autism right now behave in the society, which also open up my thoughts about people who has autism and how we can view them in a different perspective. I have 2 suggestions for you, 2 to 3 suggestions. If today in your speech, I were to meet with the autism kid, how can we connect to them? How can we have that kind of awareness when we are seeing one and being with one? I think that would be good if you can add that into your conclusion of your speech. That will help not just understanding autism and the different level that they had, but also how we can communicate and engage better with them. That will inspire the audience as well when they saw one and relate to your speech. And another one will be what I would suggest is it's just also the different level that you mentioned in your speech. You should also bring out maybe a situation on that level. And with that situation, it's easier to engage better with our emotions in. The third one is your vocal variety. You can have some high and low pitch when you deliver your speech instead of being quite monotonous. So in some area, you can create the hype when you are wanting to leave an impact in certain area that you want to mention. And also another thing to add on is try to vary your pauses when you were to deliver your speech, because sometimes when you speak without a stop, people might not get the entire message you're trying to deliver. But overall, I like your speech. It's delivering about the topic and the message you want to bring up. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Michelle. I can feel that you're out of breath after that evaluation. So thank you so much. It felt sincere. Now, I'd like to commend Toastmaster Michelle for pointing out that the speaker has actually defined her speech in a proper manner as she explained what autism is. She tried to define it through her own understanding. And you also pointed out that she provided proper structure in her speech, which is important for a speaker that is starting to learn the ropes of how to properly craft a speech. And I really enjoy the way you delivered your areas of improvement to her, as by always having a point in your story and having a solution after is a very good way to provide value to the audiences by listening just to the speech. And yes, when you point out having to explain or describing situations, it really helps the audience to once again connect with the story and thus being able to remember it after the meeting. And also thank you for pointing out ways, not just pointing out that vocal variety was a needed area of improvement, but also ways to actually improve it by illustrating examples. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Michelle. Now I would like to invite our next evaluator, Xiaozhen, to kindly evaluate her speaker. Over to you.
Thank you, GE Matthew. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Pepe, for completing the level 5 project focused on the positive. I like that you started the speech by engaging with audience by asking a question. Then you shared your busy daily routine as a working mom. Sometimes you miss the life before becoming a mom and started to have the frustration. But you quickly have self-reflection that is actually me time needed instead of drenched into the frustration for too long or blaming anyone. I think here you demonstrate that you the self-reflection in focusing on the positivity. And not only self-reflection, you actually also think of solutions to have me time, how to have me time by taking you suggesting that you will take turn with your husband to take break from daily routine. And I truly agree that you mentioned about love yourself first by taking care of your own well-being. Besides, you talk about your recent career changes. I love that you share your experience, challenges, and frustration in this recent tender submission, which I absolutely felt relatable when I also just submitted a tender closing yesterday. In all these experiences and challenges, you always choose to focus on growth and positive, like why you join Toastmaster. You also want to have self growth, and I could not in your speech. I could not really find anything um bad. Maybe at the beginning you have less eye contact, but it was only in the beginning, and it's getting better along your speech. Perhaps I would suggest that you next time you challenge yourself by standing up to speak instead of just sitting. And because you only can see the upper part of your body and some of your hands gestures. And lastly, overall, I think you meet the purpose of this speech is to share your experience to focus on the positive, and you also definitely meet the purpose of this project and able to practice being aware of their thoughts and feelings as well as the impact of responses on others. Congratulations again, Ko Pei Pei. That's all from me. Back to you, GE Metal. Thank you.
All right, thank you for such a positive evaluation as well, Toastmaster Xiao Zhen. Now, thank you so much for such a detailed evaluation. So I would like to say that Xiao Zhen has a very different approach towards evaluation. She focuses a lot more on the content rather than body language. So Toastmaster Xiao Zhen has also pointed out that how sharing a personal story to the audiences can help generate the feeling of relatability. Now, when you're able to relate to your audience, you also can connect better. Because a lot of people, when they try to speak, even in the public, they try to just amplify their voice. But their content or its structure isn't able to relate to the audiences, able to connect. But in this case, Speaker Pepe has done it. And also, our evaluator has also pointed out that she has successfully met the purpose of the speech, which is very important. So the speaker will know that she has completed it successfully. And thank you for also providing very realistic solutions to her. For example, being able to stand up, being more expressive by using body language and perhaps a little bit of movement, and also the importance of having eye contact with all of the audience. So thank you so much once again. Now I would like to invite our table topics evaluator Toastmaster Jun to provide her evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Jun.
Thank you, Toastmasters Matthew. Hi, good evening, ladies. So tonight I am your table topic evaluator. So before I start, I would like to say that thanks to all the four members or guests who have shown their fortitude taking up this table topic. And that is a very great example of us in Toastmasters, the spirit of learning, because you need to actually at least try to say something so that you will be learning along the way. So the first speaker is Anna. So when the questions read out by the topic master, if independent can speak to you, what message would that be? Very quickly, Anna started by saying that relate back to where she came from, which is Vietnam, the country that she belongs to, freedom of 50 years, a little bit of history about the war, the pain on the people, and she relate the benefits of being independent as a country. And as a person herself, she see that it has created a lot of opportunity in life. For example, exploring new things and also seeing development an individual. At the same time, she also touched a little bit about the country that show up globalization and a lot of things has grown up. However, Anna, if I were to suggest to you, you may take a little bit of time to actually digest the question asked by Visan. Because this is, to me, this question needs a little bit of thought before you start. Because she inviting you to share what is the voice. There is a voice, she said, because the question says that independent if he can speak to you. So imagine it is an inner voice, or you can imagine it is a animation, right? That can exchange message. So you can also relate some of your personal experience, right? Going through maybe some story from your parents or grandparents, and then now you are living in an independent country. So that is only my suggestion. All right. So the second speaker is Kate. Kate, the questions thrown to you was what if there's a best food represent independence spirit? I think you may miss out the question. However, you pick up the question and you say that the variety of positively. So, and the character as the strength and the courage that you relate, and you actually share with us your personal story. whereby you actually came to a big city, explore on the opportunity, and you're actually also sharing us that you work very hard, and the people around you that actually see you as a different personality. So your key message that really attract me was dream big, right? And also stay positive. I think that is the message that I get it from you. To me, sometimes when you speak, I can really feel the vibes that you give it to us as an audience. So I think sometimes that is what as an audience that I think is more important than the message that we are receiving from you. So I have no comment, but I think that maybe it's because of the English is some language that you has well spoken. So I think in terms of creating a message like this kind of topic, it's not too challenging for you. But anyway, good try on this. And moreover, you are visiting from overseas, right? I believe. Yeah. The third speaker, who is Maggie, who is my guest for tonight. So Maggie, perhaps this is your very first time attending a Toastmasters meeting. And of course, you did not disappoint me. You had to say something about, oh, okay, being a Malaysian, of course, the significant proud is the language, because we are coming from a multi-language country. So if you are speechless, do not know what to say in your mind, maybe one thing is go back to one incident. How do you learn about language like English, Bahasa, or maybe you know Cantonese, So maybe you can use some time to think about, okay, I'm talking about language now, so I have to maybe add one or two to expand your sentence. So that will be a little bit suggestion from me. All right? Okay, third one is the last speaker is Retno. So Retno, from your speech, I can you at the beginning you bring back your childhood memory, which is the parade, all right? And then that is your buy time. I believe you are actually thinking and collecting what are the things that you want to create for your speech. And knowing you, someone that love music, love the movement, definitely you like to shout out and say that the message on the parade will be a peace, right? And also you remind everyone that being independent, it has to be happy, colorful, celebration, that kind of mood, that kind of festivity. I think if you are actually the organizer for the Independence Parade, that will be a very wonderful event to be. So I don't really have any suggestion, but I think that it's always your strength is your I would say your facial and also your tonality. So that is really attracting the audience listening to you. So keep doing that, Retno. Thank you so much. Back to you, our GE, Matthew.
Thank you so much for having the fortitude to deliver one of the toughest roles you can play in a Toastmaster meeting, Toastmaster June. So I really like to commend her for the effort taken. She really focused on congratulating all of our table topic speaker on what they've done well, and also provided very, very good ways of having to improve or take their speech next to the next level. And she definitely hit it spot on what table topics truly means, which is to have the spirit of learning and having to learn to speak on your feet. So thank you so much for that evaluation, Toastmaster June. Now I shall be calling on my team of technical role players. I would like to have our English teacher in the room today, Toastmaster Michelle, to provide her grammarian report. Over to you.
Thank you, Matthew. Should I share my screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can, Michelle. Go ahead.
Okay, so for the words of the day, I have Eva have mentioned about 5 times on fortitude. Even 1 time, Pepe 1 time. and Rizwan twice, and June as well once. I myself did not mention, sorry. And for the improper grammatical usage will be hot and
Sorry to interrupt. I think your screen has changed.
My screen has changed.
Use
Yeah,
grammarians.
you're seeing your evaluation form.
Ah, okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Okay.
okay. Hot and hotter weather. It should be hot and even hotter in the days ahead. Influencing in the language. It should be influencing through language. And scary, scary things. It should be super scary things. Okay, so for those beautiful words and quotes that I have listened to will be by Crystal, touch the people's heart, make an impact in servant leadership. And I have even productive leadership, strong and fortitude woman, the high bar and the high standard, the recognition for achievement and leveraging, and the esteemed employees. So with Eva, I lead with fortitude and I feel safe. And with all kinds of mind, be happy and level up. For Pepe, it's her Formula One pit stop and starting her second shift. And for Kate, it's impress and amaze and dream bigger. For Retno, is obsessed in the parade. And I have Hui Yin talking about visual aids in events presentation. Selton will be self-reflection and love yourself. That's most important. And Matthew as well to relate to the audience to connect, spot on, and take their speech on the next level. And for June, it will be the inner voice, the facial, and the tonality. That's all from my side as a grammarian.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Michelle. Thank you for a very comprehensive and detailed report. So also want to congratulate everyone here, including our guests and our Toastmaster members, for using colorful languages and vocabulary to make our meeting colorful and flavorful. Now, it gives me great pleasure to invite Toastmaster Jack to provide his R-Counter report. Over to you.
Hi, thanks, Matthew, for passing over. So I would like to begin by reporting those who have not said or used any instances of crutch words or pause fillers. Those people would be Crystal, perhaps a mark of a president. Hui Yin, and Retno. Yes, so these three individuals, I did not record any instances of crutch words or pause fillers. So moving forward, for Eva, one Matthew, one Yiven, one two so, and I thought there were some instances of the use of the word and more than was necessary. Wendy, one one like. Similarly, more than one instance of and that was necessary. Pepe, three two one like. Recent, two one so. Michelle, one Selton, three June, three one and eight two so's. Anna, six nine Kate, five and Maggie, two That will be all for my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jack. I believe your job hasn't been easy, as all technical role players are important to improve the quality of our speeches in a meeting. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jack. Now, I would like to have our Madam Rolex, President of Venus Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Crystal, to deliver her timer's report. Over to you.
Thank you, Matthew. Allow me to share my screen. Give me one. Give me a shout out if you see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. For table topics, for the first one highlighted in yellow, if you might ask why it was pleasantly my mistake. Like we mentioned, we learn by doing. So I took the evaluator's time and I flashed wrongly for Anna. So I'll take it as she's within time. The correct timing is actually 2 minutes and 30 seconds for a timeout. So we have Kate and Retno, which is also on time. And we have Maggie just short by 10 seconds for the 1 minute qualification. In terms of prepared speech, we have Pepe, only the one who's on time. And last but not least, for evaluations, we have Michelle, Shelton, and June, who is on time for the evaluations. Over back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Madam Rolex, for the timers report. Detailed and precise as always. Thank you so much. And now, ladies, I will be heading into my first evaluation to an online meeting. So if I have any mistakes, please kindly point out. I'm open to them. Okay, now let me refer to the manual bit. So yes, I realized that the meeting was set up half an hour before I came in, which is marvelous. Sometimes even in my club, we start meetings late. So thank you so much for making sure the meeting room starts on time. And as a guest, I felt very much welcome. I believe all of the guests here felt welcome as well, because when I came into the meeting room, I realized most of the exco were having small talks and conversations with the guests. Well done on that. Very, very good hospitality. And just this morning, first thing in the morning, have received the agenda through a Google Drive, which is something I learned. I want to do it for my club as the VP. So thank you so much for showing me the way. Now, I felt that this meeting was very much well organized. It started right on time, right on the dot by 8 o'clock. Everyone was properly introduced. And most importantly, during the Toastmaster of the Evenings session, she explained about her personal story, her take on the Merdeka theme, which is important. There is a touch of personal story there. And also, she definitely gave a very good introduction to what Toastmasters International is about and also what Venus Toastmasters stands for. Now, all the roles were filled by new members, I believe, and by old. So when there's a mix of experience and new members all together, it makes the meeting way more valuable and meaningful because everyone is learning from each other. And okay, now I can start to convey my own observations. Okay, right. So since this is one of the very first online meetings I've been to, I realized that the layout's done during the presentations, as in just one speaker on the right hand side while the presentation was going on in the middle, was well done. It gives an audience a very, very focused view on just exactly who is speaking and just to compare with the presentation slides. So I really appreciate that hard work for the technical team. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to our table topics master. Thank you also for referring your topics to the Merdeka theme. I felt that every question, every topic that was given was very much connected. Now, what she has really done well is that after every speaker, she summarizes their story or content and she encourages them with a very cheerful manner. And that's very important because table topics may be very hard or tough for certain speakers who are not used to be thinking on the feet. So by being very cheerful and encouraging, she has absolutely left a very positive mark on all of the table topic speakers today. Now, just one little nugget I may just want to perhaps suggest from my point of view is that perhaps next time you can try to make your table topic questions slightly shorter, because I realized that although the topics were very, very much exciting, some of your speakers may find it hard to follow. So if you could perhaps just put a little bit more time into making it shorter, it might benefit your table topic speaker more in the future. So that's just a little suggestion from me. So thank you so much. And it was quite, I would say, exciting for me because it was the first time I actually see a club having free training sessions to give speeches during the break. In my club, during our breaks, we just go to the washrooms and then we talk. But here, you guys are sharing knowledge and ways of delivering speeches better. So I really appreciate that a lot. So thank you so much for providing more values inside your meeting as well. Now, I think that's all from me as the G. So thank you so much for inviting me. I was hoping I was the only guy here today, but I'm sharing the floor with Jack today. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope this meeting has been very fun for everyone, very fulfilling, and everyone can get to bed or go to work with something new, learning and getting away from this meeting. So thank you so much. And I pass the floor over to our president, Toastmaster Crystal. Over to you. Thank you. Signing off as
Thank you
G.
so much, Matthew, for a very enlightening and entertaining evaluation. Okay, before we go into our recognition, can we just take a group photo first?
Yeah. Then after we do the pool for voting.
Yep. So I think you can remove the spotlight. So for everyone, maybe you can put on your video. If it's not convenient for you, by all means, it's okay. It's not mandatory, but we would love to see your face. So that we can recognize you. If we bump into you, we can say, "Hey, hi." All right, let's see. So hold on, Anna, Sherry, Anisha, Eliza. If you don't mind, can you on your video? If not, then in 1, 2, 3, I'll leave it to our Wendy and Retno.
Yeah, sure. Okay, everybody, are you ready? Okay, show that most beautiful smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Check.
All right.
Thank you. Wendy can take another one.
Okay, Retno.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take the second one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you so much, Wendy. All right, before we go into the recognition, can we have our polls for the best table topic speaker and as well as best evaluator?
Okay. I will launch the poll for best table topic speaker first.
Thank you. For the benefit of our guests, we only will vote for the table topic speaker or the evaluators who are on time in my timers report earlier. Okay, I think everybody participated. So we're in the poll.
Okay.
And can we launch the best evaluator?
Best evaluator. Okay.
Awesome. All right, I think we're done. While our Zoom Master and SAA are busy in the background updating who is the best speaker and the best evaluator and keeping our hearts pounding waiting for the results. Okay, why not we open the floor to any of our guests? If you have any feedback you'd like to share or anything, your take back, or even from Anna, if you have any airtime for you, Matthew as well from Jaya, and Jack as well from Help.
Thank you, Krista, to ask me about the suggestion. Yeah, I'm so happy to join with the Venice Club meeting, and I see that it's quite interesting, and also I see the all the members can join join with the activities like prepare speaker or evaluator. You have also have 3 speaker prepare speech today. And about the table topic, I see is the question is touching and is aligned with the theme also, and how they how you can raise up the atmosphere and make other people engage with the flow of meeting. And I also learned a few tips from your club, and I think maybe I will apply it with USD club also, like show the presentation slide. It's easier for participants follow up the content of meeting and agenda. And the second thing I learned from your meeting, that is you have the background. It's like follow aligned with the theme also, and have the word of day appear in your background is how participants can follow up and use the word of days more. And the last lesson I learned from your meeting, that is the tone of all the members, up and down, and make the atmosphere more interesting. Yeah, so that is my opinion. Thank you for inviting me, Joy.
Thank you so much for joining us, Anna, and for your feedback. We hope we can learn from USD as well and steal a bit of golden nuggets from you guys as well. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else have any? How about from our guests, Maggie, Camille, Kate? Just unmute and just speak up.
May I say a few words? I really loved the meeting, and especially I loved the atmosphere, this cheerful atmosphere and welcoming spirit at the beginning, and the way how you greeted everyone, welcome to the Venus, like to another planet. It was it caused a smile. For me, it was new that evaluators presented the speeches. It was really good and interesting, and everyone was speaking free from their heart, and that made all that is said very cheerful and lively, and I really loved that. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Kate, for your input. And by the way, we are Venus, yes, a different planet. You know, so happen we have two princes in the room, Matthew, and as well as Jack. They flew all the way from Mars. Okay. Thank you very much. So, Retno and Wendy, do we have the search ready?
Yeah, Wendy is ready. Yeah.
Yes.
Wendy, can you share your screen? Thank you so much.
Okay. So for the speaker is Pepe.
Well done, Pepe.
Okay, hold on. I will spotlight Pepe first. Okay. Sorry.
Super Mummy.
Yeah.
Pepe the Super Mummy. Okay.
Okay, hold on, yeah. Like, I cannot see Pepe. Hold on, Pepe, where are you? Okay, okay, Pepe. Can everybody see? Okay, take photo. Sorry, what happened? 1 second. Okay, Pepe. Pepe, you don't have your. Okay. Can anybody take photo of Pepe? Is it Pepe spotlighted?
Yes, she's spotlighted.
Yes, but I cannot take the photo. Can anybody take photo, please? Yeah. Okay, thank you. The next one.
The the next one.
We
is
have
the next one is the table topic. Yeah.
well done, Retno.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that. Yeah. So anyone can take photo, please? I don't know what's wrong with my. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Retno. Well done, Retno.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And the next
We have best evaluator going to
June.
Junpei.
Thank you. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you for the votes. Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats, Jun.
Thank you.
How many of these you
Mm.
have already?
Not too many. Any cameraman, ladies?
Yes, I've taken photo. It's not as expected, but you are in the photo anyway, June.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank
Alright.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
everyone.
a special thanks to our role players. We have Matthew as our GE.
Woohoo!
Ah, yes, yes. Hi, hi, hi. I'm back. Yes. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you
for
for
inviting me,
coming.
really.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
I hope you enjoy your first online meeting. We made an impression for you.
With all the ladies, of course.
Right.
Okay, I will take photo. Thank you.
Thank you.
We add
Yeah.
Matthew in the spotlight.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't spotlight, but Matthew is in there anyway. Matthew.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, please.
Okay, thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Matthew. And thank you, Jack.
Thank you so much for this great honor and this opportunity.
Okay. Okay, have a good smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack, for
Thank
helping.
you.
Thank you.
I think that's all. Okay.
Okay.
Back to you.
All right. So I just want to extend my gratitude to everyone for spending 2 hours with us, learning more, enjoying our time, growing ourselves further. And as we conclude today's meeting, I would say, in the spirit of Merdeka or Independence Day, take my call to action to all of you is that what can you grow better in the next 1 year so that you can serve your family better, your country better, all the other people to have an impact, and you will have a ripple impact to all. So in conclusion, thank you so much once again for everyone and to all our guests. we hope to see you again. We have our meetings on the 1st and 3rd of Tuesdays, 8 to 10 p.m. So we hope to see you all again. Maggie, Camille, hope to see you in our next meeting for the 1st of September. All right, signing off. Thank you so much for joining Toastmasters, Venus Toastmasters. Goodbye, good night.
We say Merdeka.
Merdeka.
Merdeka!
Declared Merdeka now.
Yeah, we did
Good
it!
night. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Jun, can you
Bye.
stay back with
Can.